Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And just right off the bat, you can see here the little frag tank I ended up using for the Pokemon, which you'll see in a little bit. And of course, all my frags that I had ended up selling at the show. It came out really organized and I was pretty happy with it. One really great thing was seeing all the other vendors at the show. Here we have Vin, who is another local reefer, kind of a famous guy actually. He had a great amount of torches and hammer coral for sale, and he did a really good job at selling everything. The show overall itself was really great. It's nice to see how all these vendors organized their coral. Like these ones were just super organized. And it's really cool just to see people setting up because I've never actually seen a frag show set up from the ground up. So seeing everybody pull in their tanks, how people stored all these different frags was different. Some people use big coolers, some people use like Tupperware. Everybody was just a little bit different and they kind of have their own way of putting things together. But basically, setup night was a pretty good success, and basically, you just leave everything overnight just to get acclimated so that the next day you'll be able to have, nice open coral, hopefully, so they won't be too stressed and you'll actually be able to, have them open up for people to purchase them. But that'll be pretty much it for tonight, and then tomorrow we'll go ahead and hopefully have a good show. Now, the morning of the show, I did have a little bit of an issue with my Red Sea LEDs not turning on. Luckily, I was able to fix them, and of course, we got the Pokemon tank up and running. And as you can kind of see there, we have the Charmanders with their little tails glued in, the Bulbasaurs, and the Cubones. And the great part was that all of it actually sold that day, which I kind of wasn't expecting. The frags themselves were really good. They mostly opened up. I did have a couple here and there that didn't open up, but as you can see in the photos, mostly everything looks really fantastic. Now, a lot of these other guys, their displays were just super immaculate. Right now is actually a little bit of a pre-show, so it's mostly other vendors just looking at each other's stuff, seeing what they want to purchase. I did personally also end up selling some of my items to other vendors. For example, my Holy Grail torch went to another local reefer here that had a booth, and those first few hours are really just for the vendors to look at each other's stuff, to see what they, might want to have first dibs on. But overall, the Coral Show was a pretty good success. I honestly didn't really catch any footage of the show itself because I was quite busy. I was able to make a pretty good amount of money, and it was really great to see, everything from beginning to end. As you can see here, everybody's shutting down their tanks now, right, getting ready to go back home to, wherever it is that they came from. But yeah, the show itself was pretty fulfilling. Alright, so it's the morning after the frag show. I did a pretty decent job at selling the majority of my coral. I started basically with the three of these racks, right? 1, 2, and then there was the one back there. I narrowed it down to pretty much just the 2, like 2.5. And then what's nice is before the frag show, I actually did a pre-sale swap. So those people who didn't want to go to the show or could purchase some coral. Obviously, we did sell some during the show, and then actually in a few minutes, I'm having a post coral swap purge, I guess you could say. So I have a few people coming just to see if I can get rid of the rest of this for just a ridiculously cheap price. Somebody already hit me up and asked for some coral, so I already have it on the side for them. But that'll be pretty much it for this episode. Overall, the frag swap was really good. In the next episode, we'll probably go over how much I made and, kind of do a breakdown of everything during the swap, and some tips that I learned from watching other vendors, as well as just kind of figuring out myself. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.